Name is Steve Wiggles Clemente, member of the Rocksteady crew, Electric Boogaloo, Zulu Nation, Tribal Click, Straight Out the Boogie, BX. Well, I'm from the Bronx, New York, home of hip-hop. Out here traveling the world, you know what I'm saying, and representing the culture, letting the people know where it came from, and just having fun. Well, I saw young people celebrating the culture, venting out incredible energy through dance, art, you know, and creativity. And, you know, a lot of kids today have low self-esteem, and a lot of times some sort of expression they need to let it out so they can feel good about themselves. And I saw that tonight. I saw a lot of people feeling good about themselves.
Now, why is it important that we do something like this?
Well, I feel like what hip-hop did for the youth in the Bronx was very important, because back in the days in the BX, we didn't have much. It's like a flower grew out of the gutter. You know, anybody that Googles the Bronx back in the 70s can see it looked like Afghanistan today. It looked like Iraq today. And, you know, we were growing up in extreme conditions. So our way of following up on the Black Panther and the Young Lord Revolution was through creativity, man. As opposed to following cats doing the negative shit in the street. We, you know, dancing was like football for us. You know, we didn't have a league, you know what I'm saying? Graph, MCing, b-boying. So, you know, it's important to let the cats out here know all over the world that there's other alternatives to what they might see in the street, because they're exposed to a lot, man. And you look at TV, these kids are being exposed to amazing, foul stuff, you know, and they need something in their life, you know, help uplift them. They might not believe a lot of their local cats, and their local cats have been telling them all the time, this is what went down. Sometimes it helps the local heroes, the local pioneers. If I came and backed them up, now the kids will, if I leave, the kids will follow them and say, you know what? The stuff they were saying was true. Wiggles backed it up. It's 100%. Wiggles was true to the game, you know. So if I can do that, then that'll help, you know. Back in the days, it wasn't TV shows. It wasn't the movies. You know, that was the extra stuff, man. It was bouncing around from hood to hood during my childhood, battling. And I think that's what gave me my ultimate credibility. Everywhere I went right to the hood. Didn't matter what state, from Detroit to Chicago, LA, all my battles was not in no prestigious downtown area. It was in the hood. You know, win, lose, or draw, hook or crook, however it came out, that's how I went. Tied my shoelaces nice and tight just in case I got to run, and did my thing. But that helped me because these people remember that. So now I have that good street credibility, thank the Almighty, because I kept it as real as I could. Then I conquered the industry, you know, the best way I could, because it's impossible. You know, that's a giant monster there in its own. But people know that I'm real with mine. And now these kids, they'll understand that because they can hear it right from the tone of my voice. When I'm speaking, they can tell, they can feel the vibrations coming out, and they say, man, this cat must have been through some shit. I think he's real, you know? And I think I can tell that. They can sense that.
No, you Latino, you Puerto Rican?
See? Boricua.
Okay, there's a lot of new people in hip-hop music that don't know about the early Puerto Ricans.
That's right.
That helped shape this, because I do understand
yeah.
the history of breakdancing and b-boying.
Yep.
We didn't start it, but we helped
Oh,
spread the word.
but we had another dance. See, this is what happened. Back in the late 60s and the 70s, well, first we got to take it back to the gangs. It all started with the gangs. People think gangs started out of negativity. No. Gangs were protecting the neighborhoods from other gangs or other people coming in, messing with their girls. You venture out of your neighborhood. When you're done with the ladies in your neighborhood, you want to venture to someone else's block, enter their jam, their party, and snatch their girls. A lot of gangs were protected with that. Plus, you had cats coming into other hoods trying to rob people and take it back to their hood. So it was like all this stuff. The gangs came out protecting the neighborhoods, and the gangs were kind of like the leaders of the neighborhood locally. And that we got to take it first. We got to drop it back to the Savage Skulls, Savage Nomads, the Javelins, all the original Latino gangs, you know. Then you got the Black Spades, you know what I'm saying, Zulu Nation. You had, you know, a lot of incredible gangs coming out of that whole era. And those gangs set the tone for that revolution that we call hip-hop. You know, Bambaataa was the warlord for the Zulu Nation, for the Black Spades. You know what I'm saying? And he had a lot of street power, street credibility. So Bam, Herc made it up, Herc started it, but Bam fathered it. And from that point on, the whole movement rolled, in my opinion, with the Zulus. And what the Zulus had to offer was Zulus was keeping the kids positive, giving them knowledge of self. You know, you had white cats, Latinos, you know, blacks, everything, all in one giant family. Now, the Latino role, we had a dance called Rockin'. Rockin' was a dance done by the Latino gangs. It was based off the rumba, the mambo, salsa, the boogaloo, the original Latin boogaloo. And these steps and these movements made its way into breaking as well. And, you know, the brothers and the Latinos was hand in hand creating this dance. But in the early 70s, we were, you know, separate. But when the scene came together, '75, you had cats from the Zulu Kings rocking with the cats like Crazy Commanders or Sal Soul Crew, and they were putting together the most amazing moves that we see today. So hand in hand, like brothers, you know, we rolled like that, and this art form was pushed and manifested through two ethnic groups coming together and rolling together, bouncing together, and creating together. You know what I'm saying? So we had a large role in today's hip-hop.
On the way up,